Alright, so let's take a look at another Hubud variation, elbow Hubud, although it pretty much stays exactly the same in terms of concept. It's going to be left, right, left, left, right, left, and then you fire an elbow. Now, a couple of things that really go wrong in this first is people don't do elbows right. As you start to go through this flow, inevitably what happens, so if we're elbow Hubuding a little bit, 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. And life is good, and then we get a little sloppy. And so then I start doing elbows kind of like this, right? And my hand starts to open up, and now I'm doing an elbow like this. And that is not an elbow. I don't know what that is, but it's not an elbow. And that happens a lot as you go through this because you're thinking so much about your hands, you're not thinking about the strike, all right? So generally what we tend to do when I throw an elbow, for me it helps, I'm gonna think about smelling my elbow pit, right? So I'm gonna do that. I wanna try and get that across my face as much as I can. If I make a fist, it's hard to get my elbow across. I limit my mobility by making a fist, okay? So when I fire that elbow, I wanna bring my hand across and kind of lean into it a little bit, all right? So what happens here, when he throws the elbow, my lead hand, if I try and stop it there, I'm gonna lean back to throw an elbow, and I'm gonna try and stop it. It ain't gonna stop it, all right? He's got too much power and I don't have enough structure. So what I wanna do when this comes over is I'm gonna slide my hand over the top. So think about it like skipping a rock on a pond. So it's not here, and I'm not going there initially. I'm starting here, and I'm sliding up so it wedges on my forearm. I don't want to catch it on my forearm, especially because he's got bony arms. It would really hurt a lot if not break it, right? So when he fires that in, I go, boom, there's my wedge. This will come up underneath, same motion I was doing in regular Hubud. Now this hand checks down, I elbow from here. There's my elbow. He wedges, comes up, checks it down, fires from there. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, when you're doing this, we have two types of checks. Generally speaking, we have a palm check and we have a forearm check, right? If I wanted to, one more time, I can forearm check with this, all right? If you do this and you're not used to it, be very careful because it hurts a lot on the elbow. Because what happens is, as you run into this immovable object, it tends to really compress the elbow onto the joint, and that's really painful. The first time you do it and you really land it in there, it just sucks. So you're gonna lay that there. Same basic motions from there if you want. So you can do palm up, there you go, and just wedge that in. That works fine too, whatever makes you happy, right? And elbow Hubud is, I think, a really good drill because it teaches in close stuff. It teaches you to keep your hands up. And it's got a lot of good feats. And the same transition that we use from regular Hubud, you can do here. So when he checks my hand, now I clear underneath, check, fire my elbow. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right? That's all we're doing. So elbow Hubud, give it a shot. Don't get hit in the face. Oh, one last thing. If we're regular Hubud, the way we get to it is really important too, because it teaches how to transition from ranges. Right? So when I'm here, what I will generally do, actually, Thane, you want to do it and you show and because it's facing the camera?
Sure. Basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come around and I'm going to wedge. Normally, I'm going to turn my hand around. I can grab his wrist if I want, but I usually want to go to his elbow. Right here, the thick part of his elbow. I'm going to pull him in and immediately fire an elbow. And then he's going to block, wedge, and then we're right in the middle of elbow Hubud.
Which really pays to keep your hands up when you're doing Hubud. So if we go back to regular Hubud, and you've got somebody who tends to drop their hands like this, go real slow and do the pull in. Uh-oh, that happens a lot. So watch what you're doing so you don't kill your partner unintentionally, or intentionally if you're working with Vince. But otherwise, make sure that when you do that, they're ready for it. All right, and that teaches a great use of your motions, and it just works really well with elbow Hubud. And there's lots of things to extract from that. So go give that a try. Let me know if you have questions.